My name is Isabel. I am 33 years old. For much of my life, I believed that to live was to follow a path laid out by routine, expectation, and comfort. I woke up, went to work, returned home, and went to sleep, repeating this cycle day after day. There were smiles, conversations, and the semblance of happiness, but beneath it all, there was an emptiness I dared not confront. I thought I was content, but contentment is not the same as being alive. Being alive is feeling your heart in motion, noticing the quiet moments, and engaging fully with the world and the people around you. For me, that feeling had disappeared. I have been married to Samuel for 10 years. He is patient, dependable, and kind in a way that makes people trust him instantly. Our life together has always been calm, orderly, predictable. We share our mornings, our meals, our routines, and our quiet evenings. There is no anger, no shouting, no chaos, just a gentle, persistent silence that neither of us dares to speak of. I loved him, or at least I thought I did. Over the years, love can change shape, moving silently into habit, until one day you wake up and wonder where it went. One evening, scrolling through my phone while Samuel was reading beside me, I saw an advertisement for a weekend writing workshop. The idea was simple: a 2-day creative writing retreat open to anyone interested in exploring self-expression through words. I paused, feeling something stir deep inside me, a long-forgotten curiosity, a small spark of longing that had lain dormant beneath the surface. I told Samuel about it. He encouraged me to go, his trust in me absolute, but he did not join. He never asked why. That Saturday, I left home alone. The workshop was held in a small, sunlit studio with tall windows that let in the warmth of the afternoon. People were scattered across tables, notebooks open, pens scratching, voices murmuring softly. I felt out of place, unsure, and strangely exposed. And then I met Adrian. He was confident, gentle, and effortlessly attentive. His words carried weight, his presence calm yet electrifying. He noticed the small details, the way I paused to choose a word, the fleeting expressions on my face, and spoke to me in a way that made me feel fully seen. For the first time in years, I felt alive inside my own skin. The workshop stretched into the afternoon and evening. We read our writings aloud, shared our stories, and laughed together. I felt a freedom I hadn't known for years. The words, the movement of language, the subtle connection between creativity and emotion, it awakened something inside me I had long ignored. Over the weeks, our interactions extended beyond the studio. Messages during the week, coffees after class, long walks discussing literature, life, and dreams we had never voiced to anyone else. I told myself it was harmless, just inspiration, just human connection. But slowly, the lines began to blur. One night, after everyone had left, Adrian suggested we stay to finish a collaborative writing exercise. The studio was empty, the desks and papers still scattered around us, and the air carried a quiet intimacy. He leaned close, and suddenly the moment felt charged. My pulse quickened. I thought of Samuel. I thought of the life waiting at home. And for one terrifying moment, I didn't want to return to it. The attention I had longed for, the feeling of being recognized as more than routine, it was intoxicating. But clarity returned like a tide. Happiness built on deception is fleeting. Love cannot exist alongside betrayal. I stepped back, my hands trembling. I realized that the danger wasn't in the physical proximity, but in the emotional space I had allowed myself to enter. Betrayal begins in thought, in longing, in silence. That night, I erased Adrian's number and left, carrying a heavy weight of guilt and self-awareness. Returning home, Samuel was asleep on the couch, his presence calm, trusting, unaware of the storm inside me. The sight of him shattered me, not in anger, but in realization. I had nearly risked everything for a feeling that wasn't mine to claim. Love is not excitement or novelty. It is presence, patience, and the choice to grow together even when life feels small. In the weeks that followed, Samuel and I began to change, not through grand gestures, but through small, intentional acts. We talked more openly, explored new places, tried new foods, shared late-night walks. I began to rediscover parts of myself that had been buried beneath routine and complacency. The emptiness I had felt for years could not be filled by another person. It had to be faced, slowly, honestly, and bravely. 2 years have passed since that night. Our life is still calm, still structured, but it carries a new depth. I see Samuel in a different light, and I see myself more clearly. We argue, laugh, stumble, and forgive. Our love is intentional. It is quiet, steady, and sometimes imperfect, but it is real. I understand now that courage is not always about seeking something new outside. Sometimes it is about returning fully to what you already have and choosing it with open eyes and a willing heart. Sometimes I think back to the workshop, to Adrian, and to the version of myself who was brave enough to admit she was missing something, not with longing but with gratitude, for the awakening, for the chance to return, for the love that was patiently waiting all along. If I could speak to my younger self, I would say this: you are never lost. You are never empty. You are waiting to see yourself clearly, to embrace your life fully, and choose love, forgiveness, and growth over fleeting escape. That is where true transformation lies. Life is not about chasing what is new, nor is it about avoiding discomfort. Life is about noticing, being present, and nurturing the love, joy, and courage that exist quietly within and around you. And sometimes that quiet acknowledgement, this careful, intentional living, is the most radical act of bravery of all.